Disclaimer. The opinions expressed in this show are unfiltered and unrehearsed. Statements conveyed are personal and issued to the best of the ability and knowledge of the cast. They should not be taken as conclusive facts. Does This Offend You is not responsible for any mental, physical, or emotional damage sustained by its listeners. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to another episode of Does This Offend You? Today we talk about crutches and addiction. Everything from alcohol to drugs to tobacco to hookah to that little piece of chocolate that your doctor said is okay to have at the end of the day to working out and even, yes, going to a therapist. Don't worry, we're going to get through this together. So stick with us and thanks for watching.
What do I have to say to make some money? What do I have to say to make some money? No offense.
Yep.
We did it, baby. We made America. It was great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I had two people ask me to join 5Ks today, and what's the point of marathons?
To say that you did a marathon. I don't know. What's the point of working out?
No, that's literally what my answer is at this point. Just to say you did it, and also people want to donate to charity, and I'm just like, I could like run for free and like push myself to do a certain number, but there's no reason I'd ever want to run 26 miles.
No, but I mean, it is a challenge. Take it for what it is. It's an actual challenge. Once you accomplish it, it's like, hey, I was able to do this. It's the same reason you work out and say, I was able to lift this much, whereas last week I wasn't able to do that, etc.
I just feel like, depending on what your goals are, like running a marathon, if that's all the physical activity you do, great. You know, run 26 miles will make a difference. But for people like us that have like different goals, I feel like running or training for a marathon will take away from other things. Like if you're okay with that, awesome. But for like me, I'm like 5Ks and whatever, awesome. That's just a typical morning workout for me. But half marathon, 10K, whatever. Like now we're starting to push into territory where I'm like, I'd rather just push myself and then know I can do it, but I don't really need to brag about being able to do it.
Yeah, it's become more of a fad now to say that you run a marathon or a half marathon. And I fucking hate the term 5K because a 5K is really goddamn nothing. Instead of saying, because if you really actually hammer it out, it's like what, 2.68 miles?
3.1.
3.1. Okay, whatever, fine. So you made the 3 mile mark. So you want to like no one wants to admit that it's like you put 5 because five's a five's a lot, but you can't say 3 miles instead of 5 kilometers. I hate that. I hate people when they want to impress somebody, they switch to the metric system.
The whole world uses the metric system.
What?
The whole world uses the metric system.
Not us, not the U.S. So when people here are bragging about running a 5K, they can't just say 3 miles. It's weird because 3 miles isn't really much, dude. It really isn't.
For the record, we do use the metric system on weapons and drugs.
I don't give a shit what you do in your free time.
I agree, but right now all of my clocks that I can control are in army time just because it feels so much easier to have it be a universal time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefer army time though. There's no confusion between 7 p.m. and 1900 or 7 a.m. It's all just...
It's just too much math.
It's not even math.
Just say
it
PM.
becomes
It
becomes so intuitive after a while.
A lot of jobs use army time too when you like clock in or transfer and whatnot. It's just on a society level, people have become pertain to using AM PM, which like I said, the whole world also uses army time technically. Only the US kind of stuck on the AM PM aspect.
Yeah, well, I mean, the U.S. is used to doing things differently, right? That's why we're a free country. We got tired of the British and their bullshit, so we decided to make our own system with our own rules. Are they perfect? No. Are they flawed? Absolutely. But they're ours. They're our way.
I wish.
Okay, Homelander.
I wish I could naturally change feet and inches to meters and centimeters and all that stuff. Because for my work, we work in millimeters, and I'm just like, I don't even know how I'd describe this in inches, but it wouldn't even make any sense to do that. Millimeters makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. So here's an interesting quip. Did you guys know, like there's the Napoleon Bonaparte, it was like short under, I ever tried it, and there's like the Napoleon complex, which is like a term people use for when people are.
That was
don't-
just propaganda.
It's fake, yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Well-
never short.
Well, no, the thing is that they used a 13-inch foot in France. So calling him 4'10" it actually puts him around like, you have to add an inch for every foot or whatever to that. So if you call him like 5'5", whatever, which is short, then you add, so he's like 5'9", which is about average height. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I don't know where that came from, just because I thought about the imperial and the metric system and everything. But yeah, Napoleon, not short. And Napoleon complex is a false term.
Do you have Napoleon complex?
I do not have a Napoleon complex. I am actually, I'm probably shorter than Napoleon actually was. But
he
I
has
just
the
don't
Red
care.
Foreman complex.
Yeah, I'm tired of living in. I'm tired of the kids. I'm tired of people. I don't want to be on this planet.
It was both an anger and balding reference.
Oh, yeah. Well, I am angry, and I was balding, except now I'm
complex.
not. Yeah. Unfortunately for Red, in the 70s, I guess hair transplants weren't really a thing. But for me, I got to fix my head. But the anger issues probably can't.
I have the perfect ad for today, by the way.
Sure. Why not?
All right.
Okay, you want to hit us with the ad now?
No.
No. 10 minutes. I'm already tired of this podcast. Yeah.
You're so
Anyway,
frustrated, Danny. You need to relax.
Well, that's why I fucking do this podcast every day. I am frustrated, and I need to vent. If I don't vent,
Go jerk off.
It's not enough. I jerk off plenty of times when I feel
Omid,
like
go
it.
help him jerk off.
No, it's not enough. There's
He
no
has to
amount
pay
of
me for the right
there's
amount.
no amount of jerking off that I can do that will solve my issues.
Listen, Steve's gonna be here on Monday. He can help you jerk off.
I don't care. I really don't.
He'll give you like that Steve Vladimir retarded jerk off, the one that makes you feel extra amazing.
Why do we talk about Steve so much? Do you want to fuck him already? Just get out of the way. Tired of hearing you talk about Steve, and he's not even on this podcast. The poor guy can't even defend himself. One day we'll have him on this podcast.
He talks shit enough off the podcast about the podcast as is. Don't worry.
Yeah, but he has a lot of ammunition because look at this podcast.
Yeah. It's
not
goddamn
that I talk shit about the podcast.
It's pretty
If
awful.
anything, if I want to have a girl not be attracted to me anymore, I'll just be like, hey, you should check out this podcast.
Oh.
I'm glad we have such a good image of ourselves in our own heads. That's a great positive for
I've
us.
never had a good image of myself in my own head. That's why I'm constantly working out and dieting and second guessing everything I do and never releasing
You need
music.
to love yourself, Danny. You need
It's
to love yourself.
No, absolutely not.
No, you need to. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
We'll talk
Vlad,
about
how much did you pay
Yeah.
for a DVD of that? Of him loving himself?
Me? What I pay? I'm not gonna fucking pay for it. I'm just saying for his own health, mental health, he needs to love
You're
himself a
pushing
bit.
pretty hard for it, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just want to see him happy. I'm kind of tired
Danny,
of having him
what
walk
price
around
point-
disgruntled.
Oh yeah, back to this, right? Okay.
Danny,
Vlad,
what's your price point to
To-
record
to-
yourself jerking yourself?
who's to say I haven't already done it for free?
Whoa. OnlyFans.
Right, but I'm
Yeah.
assuming you sent it to people you trust.
No,
Right,
I've
now-
never once sent this something.
Now we're saying like for you to record it for Vlad, what's your price point?
For Vlad, since he's my friend, $50 million.
And you have to finish. We'll finish.
And
the-
you have to gargle your own balls.
How's that possible? I'm not
bend
that
over,
flexible. God,
Try.
I
now
can
you're just
try.
being unreasonable, Vlad.
Yeah, I can't even
Sorry.
guarantee you the product. I can try, but you just probably just see me doing a lot of grunting and bending over, and just it'd be like really sad and pathetic, and it wouldn't like here you go, Vlad. If you want to see Danny struggle for like 5 minutes, you got it.
Circus Soleil in the room.
Yes. Sir, I'm gonna jerk to Soleil myself.
Just have you on a pull-up bar with the other hand, just
Yeah.
like somewhere else.
No, I could do it. Fuck, I was
Dana's in the corner with the camera like, you can do it.
no, absolutely not.
So $50?
No, $50 million.
What? No. Fuck no.
That's so unreasonable.
I'm not having this conversation again. We already talked
It's
about this being
OnlyFans,
worse.
Danny. You can make money off of it.
Okay, here's the link to the episode if you want to see us.
Or
like,
better yet, call it Only Dan's.
we've had a discussion. Lonely Dance is the official term.
Lonely Dan's?
Lonely
There you
Dance,
go.
yeah. So here's
Yeah,
the link
but
to that
then you have to
episode.
be crying every time you do it.
Do it while you jack off.
I do that for free by myself, alone in my room. Anyway, here's the link to that episode. You can watch me jerk off and cry and pay me $50 million.
Haven't you ever heard if you're good at something, never do it for free?
I'm very mediocre at a lot of things though. So what do I do?
Listen, if you can work out and be flexible on there, you can learn to work out and make yourself flexible by bending down your balls and gargling on them while you
Dude.
jerk off and crying. It'll work.
Here's the thing. We already discussed this. I live in this really weird area in my own psyche where I know I'm a lot better than a lot of people, and I'm very arrogant and narcissistic. Yet I do not want to divulge that to the public. I don't know. Like, I don't want to have to revert to the means that everyone else uses. Like, here I am. Look at me. I'm fucking fabulous. Because honestly, there are always bigger fish. So if I'm not at the pinnacle of something, I really don't want to flaunt it. Even though I can acknowledge that I am better than a lot of people. So
Pretty soon Fabuloso can sponsor you.
What?
Fabuloso.
What?
Nothing.
The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, so
You called yourself fabulous, you stupid fucking bitch. So I said Fabuloso can fucking sponsor you in the future.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Fabuloso is?
No, I don't know what it is. What is it,
God,
Vlad?
do you have any friends who are from like Mexico or anything like that? Like all the fucking cleaners and shit?
No.
What do they all use?
No. Vlad, just fucking say it. Stop patronizing me. What is it?
It's a cleaning product that a lot of like Latino companies use, especially for like cleaning houses.
Why only Latino companies?
Yeah.
Because it's a Latin American company that for some reason all of them know what it is and how good it is. Like white people don't know what Fabuloso is. They've never used it until they buy it and they're amazed how good it is and they're like all starstruck. And like Latinos are like, yeah, we've been using it for years and you're just learning about it type of thing because they're like it's their product. It's their like secret weapon.
Cool. Thanks, Vlad.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, I just don't care. Vlad thinks he's so cool for knowing this, but really, Vlad, you're not.
Do better, Danny.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be sure to go out of my way to learn about cleaning products.
You should.
You win, Vlad. You're better at me. You're better than
Expand
me.
your horizon.
When it comes to this,
of
Vlad,
other
you're better than
cultures.
me. Congratulations.
Was
How do you
that
feel about
Expand your
yourself?
cultural horizon.
Was that the ad?
I think it's racist to me that you're calling it a cultural horizon. When you're
Because it's used by a specific cultural freaking group of people.
it's a cleaning product.
So
I'm just saying, like, who's to say that other people can't use it? Why are you associating it with
I'm
one
not
certain
saying
group
that
of people?
I'm not saying that you can't be used by other people. I'm saying other people don't know about it. They should know about it because it's freaking amazing.
I feel like other people do know about it. Like even you know about it, and
Well, I know about it because of Latino friends.
Oh,
I mean, I have Salvadorian friends, and none of them know about it. Does that count? Or are they not Latino enough?
Are
mean,
they
I just-
like fresh off the boat?
I can't even confirm if this is
No.
true because I don't ask my friends frequently. Like, do you know what Fabuloso is?
Yeah, like what kind of conversations are you having with your friends?
Yeah,
It
like
must be
like
absolutely
how does
fucking
this
riveting.
come up?
I don't
Like,
know.
Because you
Like,
do some
will
shit and
you-
you have to clean up afterwards, and then they're like, boom, Fabuloso, let's go. It's a cheap alternative. It works great, and nobody really knows about it.
Is the main
They-
ingredient in this product ammonia? Like, what are they cleaning up?
Do they
I-
explicitly
Clean
say nobody
floors.
else knows about this, or
No,
is
no,
this-
it's just like something that, like I said, you'll have situations where people like live in like the more not so wealthy part of town, and they need to buy, I don't know, what's a good cleaning product for floors?
Resolve?
Yeah, they need to go buy that, but they go to the corner store in the neighborhood, and there's no result, but they'll find like Fabuloso. And they'll be like, what the fuck is this shit? So he's like, yeah, buy it, try it out, and they come back and they're like, holy shit, it's amazing. And that's essentially the whole notion, is that like this is a community-based like cleaning product that everybody uses, whether it's for professional work, cleaning houses, or just for cleaning their house in general. And it's really good. I believe it's a little bit cheaper than the mainline products here in the US too, and it works just as well, if not better. And it's not mainstream because it's from Latin American countries. And yeah,
Have you tested this?
I have tested it with my friends when we had to clean the floors of one of my friends' houses, but me personally, at my own house, I've not used it. But yeah, it worked pretty damn well.
And
We-
you've tested it to see it's better than something like Resolve or something?
Again, I have not bought a bottle of Fabuloso and a bottle of Resolve and cleaned floors with both of them to see which one's better.
You seem very adamant about this Fabuloso stuff, though. So
I've seen
like,
people-
it seems like
I've-
it's a very not well kept secret because I have a bottle of Fabuloso. So
You just say you didn't know about it though.
I mean, that didn't seem relevant. But you seemed so excited that nobody knew about it except Mexicans and you.
I didn't say
So,
Mexicans. I said Latinos.
Whatever.
How did we get here, dude? This is such a dumb conversation.
I think because Vlad said he had an ad for us, and this is it.
This is not the yeah. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about the fact that Danny called himself fabulous, and I said that Fabuloso should sponsor him. That's it. That's all it came.
Oh
from.
yeah, right. I was like self-deprecating.
You poor child.
I'm way too angry to be alive in this generation. There's too many things that piss me off. For instance, like 5Ks. I don't get the fads behind running. Like people often, for the obesity rate in this country, people have no right to just say that they've run a 5K because it really it means nothing. And also kind of bragging about it just it makes you sound stupid. I don't. Is that like the level? Is that the bar we set for ourselves now? When you want to say that I run for a good cause, and it was a 5K, by the way. Like, if you're really trying to help a good cause, could you at least put yourself a little bit more? This has happened to me like 5, 6, 7 years ago, a long time ago. I remember there was a cancer run happening around the lake by my house. I ran this lake at that point maybe for 4 or 5 years, and I'd run it every fucking day. It was a 5-mile lake. And one day, lo and behold, I'm running around this lake, and there happens to be a lot of people there. A lot of people. They were all in my way, and it was kind of frustrating, honestly. I was dressed in all black, and of course everyone else was dressed in like pink and vibrant colors, and they had the ribbon on. They were showing this report, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on until I ran past the finish line where they were handing out a bunch of like cookies and juice and sandwiches and etc. to say, hey, it's okay, you did it, you ran the 5K, you went through it, you almost died, but we're here for you. Don't worry about it. And I'm thinking to myself as I'm running past these people, because they only ran half the lake. I still have another 2.5 miles to go. Miles, mind you. They ran their fucking 5K. Congratulations. And I'm thinking to myself this entire time, like, wow, what a bunch of bullshit. Because these people barely made it. They barely put themselves through it and had to be cushioned by carbs at the end of it all, just to say that they supported a cause. Well, meanwhile, there are people who are actually dying of cancer and like on a daily basis fighting to stay alive and suffering. But it's fine. We show our support by trudging through 3 miles. I don't know. Why am I the only one that takes issue with this? Because it's just, the whole thing is just fucking stupid to me.
I just don't know why it bothers you so much.
Because fuck people, dude. If you're gonna show support,
I agree with you. I agree with you. Fuck people, but I can find like probably a whole laundry list worth of reasons to say fuck people that makes more sense. Like,
and this is one of them. I'm just saying.
I don't know if I hate marathons this much.
I do. I hate when people use them to this degree. Like, if you're going to try to fight something like cancer, let's acknowledge the fact that running 3 miles means fucking nothing to the cause. Like,
I feel like
something.
I feel like you have more. I feel like I'd have more issue with people shaving their heads to make cancer patients with going through chemo feel better, because I'm just like,
I feel like that takes a lot more effort to do than run 3 miles. I feel like there's a lot more at like, it costs a lot more when someone shaves their head.
Assuming they don't have hair to begin with, I guess.
Yeah.
But if if the movement was like more of let your hair grow and then shave it off and then donate that hair to cancer, I feel like that'd be a lot more of a productive support system.
which I can agree with.
Yeah.
At least you're doing something beneficial after. But when you just shave your head for the fuck of it,
Yeah.
you know what's the other thing that bothers me is I had a friend named Phil back in college. Danny, you might have met him, the blonde curly haired one. He grew out like really long fucking hair, and it was really nice, pretty hair. Problem was, he also liked to, same as most college students, partake in drug use. And he grew out this really vibrant blonde curly hair that was super nice, and he was ready to cut it off, which he did, and donate all that hair to make a wig for, somebody who needs it. And the company who was orchestrating the whole thing would not take it, because they're like, if you're doing drugs, there's going to be, a residue of drugs in your hair, because your hair keeps all of it, and for that reason you're disqualified. Which I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. I don't understand why that would make any sort of difference if the person did drugs or not. The hair quality is nice, it's thick, it's vibrant, it looks cool. Why would you not want to take that?
And nowadays, a bunch of cancer patients get weed anyway, so like whatever. I don't know what drugs your friend was doing. I don't want to say his name again, but I mean, I don't even see what the big deal is. Like, oh, they're gonna get a contact high if they put a wig on.
No, that's not the whole point. It's just they use it as a measurement of qualification or disqualification.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm making fun of that, though. Like, who the fuck cares if it has drugs or not?
No, exactly. On a side note, though, something I did learn is your hair is your worst friend in regards to drug tests, because your hair will keep every inch of residue drug-related that you've done while your hair is on your head. That's why a lot of inmates, when they get out of prison, or they shave their heads because they get tested for narcotics later before like working somewhere, they shave their heads to get a clean slate, because your hair literally holds every drug you will do. Like, forget blood tests and piss tests.
You have done, not will do. Have done.
Have done, sorry. Yeah, your hair holds every inch of it that you've ever done. while you had hair on your head.
So
How do you
you're-
measure an inch of drugs?
I don't know. Put a ruler next to it.
So you're telling me I could have been doing drugs this whole time as long as I was bald before I went and got my surgery done. I could have just been doing drugs.
Pretty much. Yeah, you could have been doing drugs and then come back
Cool.
with your head shaved. You would have been completely clean.
Good to know. But I am pretty much straight edge, so it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't apply.
No, you're not straight edge. You are straight edge on drugs. And even then, that's questionable because you still drink.
I'm straight edge. I'm straight edge enough. Yeah, I drink, but like what?
You're narcotics.
I drink like once every couple of weeks.
Straight
I
edge.
drink a lot in that one day I give myself for half
You're
a day.
a binge drinker.
You're not straight
Yeah.
edge. You're not.
Well,
Yeah,
what else
yeah,
do
you're
I
not
do
straight
besides? Okay, what do you call someone who just drinks on occasion but drinks a lot during those occasions?
An
A binge
alcoholic.
drinker.
No, an alcoholic
Drinker.
drinks. An alcoholic drinks a lot every day. Like
Binge
No,
drinker.
an alcoholic drinks by themselves. Okay.
no,
But
I've only done that
you
once
just
or twice.
drink alcohol. That's
Yeah.
it. But you can't give yourself the title of being straight edge. It's kind of like saying I run marathons when you just happen to run a marathon once in your life, but not even competitively.
I just explained to you
You
earlier.
can't
that I
wear
kinda
that
did.
badge of honor.
I stumbled across.
I
a
know
marathon
people who are
earlier.
straight edge and they can have that title. You, on the other hand, absolutely not.
So then, what's the name? What's the name for it? Because I'm
Binge
like,
drinker.
You get no name. You
I'm
get
like
no
eight-
badges here.
I'm
You
80
drink less than I do. I should get a name. Or you drink more than I do.
I'm 80% of the way there. Give me some credit at least. I don't
You're
know.
a binge drinker.
No,
Really?
Exactly.
Really,
I guess,
Danny?
that's
Are you
supposed-
down for participation trophies at this point?
Fucking communist.
Well, I mean, I don't care to be straight edge. It really doesn't. I don't really care that much. But I'm just saying, like, I'm almost there. I like to credit myself to some degree. Like, I don't drink that much for people. Other people around
No.
me have a
No,
problem.
you do drink a lot. You just don't drink often.
It needs to be 0 for you to say you are clean and sober for whatever amount of time, and that's the only title you can get.
Okay, well, I don't care. I don't want to live that sad life, to be honest. I don't need the 12 steps to tell me how good I am.
Then you no need to brag about being straight edge.
I'm not bragging about it. I'm just asking what would you define me as? Some queer. Okay,
Just a
thank
guy.
you.
Just a guy. Just, like you can't just be a guy.
I'm an awesome guy. That's the thing. Like I my vices are limited. I'm just
Dan the
saying.
man.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I find it hard to believe that people drink on a daily basis, and I know people who do that, and it blows
I
my
know them
fucking
too.
mind. Yeah. You know them because you see them in the mirror every morning.
But they're not. They shouldn't be the bar for you.
Whoa. When's the last time I
Get
drank,
it?
motherfucker?
Get it?
They shouldn't be the bar for me, but acknowledge that. All right, back to you, Vlad. Yeah, motherfucker, when we first moved in for like the first 2 months, you would text me at like 1 a.m. Danny, shots? I'm like asleep in my bed. I have to get up for work tomorrow, and you're just like, Danny, shots? Oh, I thought you were
Listen,
like
just because I believe that one shot a day doesn't hurt you and might actually be healthy for you does not mean it's a fucking alcoholic problem. It's not like I'm sitting there fucking
I love the
chugging
way
down
you
40s.
justify it too. It's
Yeah.
healthy for you to drink every single day.
There's studies that say if you take a shot a day, it's healthy for you.
Go
Also,
find
you
those.
you did advertise a tequila one time for the podcast.
Because it's a good ass fucking tequila. What the
Yeah.
fuck's wrong with my preference in tequila?
There's nothing wrong with your preference in tequila. There's only wrong
You
with
guys
that
fucking
preference if you
advertise your goddamn pre-workout fucking dick jerking shit all the time. So you know,
Well, that
it's easy to
doesn't.
talk about.
I'm just saying, for someone who claims to not drink a lot, I mean,
I like tequila. Sorry.
you're not really helping your case right now.
Shut up, bitch.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So don't fucking point the finger at me, Vlad. Garbage person. How about you, Omid? What do you drink? What's your schedule?
My
'Cause apparently we
schedule?
can never sync up. Our
It's
drinking
okay.
periods
Danny
never
drinks
sync up.
semen. That's all we know
my
about.
thing is, for health reasons, I just choose not to drink frequently unless the occasion calls for it, and my plan is to just get destroyed. Not like irresponsibly destroyed, but like my tolerance is also very high, so I need to drink a lot to get to that point. That's why if I'm gonna do it, it needs to be some kind of occasion, like a wedding or a friend celebrating something or my birthday or something like that. Like I need something to actually celebrate and want to get drunk for, because I just am not happy if I have a few drinks, I destroy whatever progress I made in my fitness for nothing at that point.
Do you shoot shots
Yeah.
or do you drink mixed drinks?
Whatever comes my way at that point, but like it depends on the mixed drink. If it's like if there's actually good stuff that I want to drink, like if I can mix a Paloma or I can make myself an old fashioned, I'll do that. If not, I'll just drink good whiskey, good tequila straight. And if none of that's available, I'll just mix some stuff and shoot it down and call it a day. I pledged a fraternity when I was in college, so I can pretty much drink vodka out of a plastic bottle if I need to.
Oh, big fraternity boy. Yeah, you and I are on the same program pretty much. I don't like if I'm not drinking. Here's my philosophy. I drink too drunk.
Right.
If I'm not achieving some sort of inebriation, then there's no point to it. It's just empty calories. I agree with you because Omi and I are both fitness guys, and I mean this is a big fucking meme in society now. Like, oh, you're drinking your Michelob Ultra? Well, yeah, I am drinking my fucking Michelob Ultra. What of it? And I also drink the hard liquors and stuff too. But I don't ever touch the stuff unless I know I'm gonna go have like a good night and do something on occasion, and it has to mean something. If it's just like a fucking run of the mill Saturday night, or if you're Vlad, it's just like a Wednesday evening, then I'm not
Right.
drinking. I'm not touching this shit, dude. It's just a waste of time and effort, and it doesn't taste good. It's
Right.
garbage. It doesn't like the only use it has is to get me drunk. Other
Look,
than that, I'm not touching this stuff.
I get where you guys are coming from and all that, but at the same time, I disagree because of the fact that you don't have to drink to get drunk. You can drink to get a slight buzz and chill and hang out with your friends and socialize. You don't have to. You're not drinking. First off, I don't drink by myself like you guys seem to be pushing constantly. I'm just saying, if you're gonna be out with your friends,
Whoa,
What?
back
What?
up. I
What?
don't drink by myself, and you don't drink. Wait, oh, you're defending yourself. Sorry, I don't drink by myself. Never. But
I've never
Yeah.
talked about drinking by myself.
yeah,
you guys just mentioned about drinking by yourselves. But anyways,
No.
besides
What?
that,
At
point,
what point? There's a recording.
no, that's what I'm
what?
saying. Go back, rewind it. You
Yeah,
can
please
see.
do. I'm fucking down for that because I never said I drink alone. At no point did I say I do it on occasion, which means I'm usually celebrating something. Like, where the fuck did you get drinking alone from?
Did you just like tune out for
Rewind
the last
clip.
5 minutes?
Rewind the clip.
They can do it
afterwards.
themselves at home. Like you
Yeah,
guys.
they'll-
Yeah.
Okay.
If
yeah.
people give that so much of a shit, but like,
Yeah.
I just literally admit to, and Danny acknowledged that I drink the least out of all of us here.
And I'm not saying that you're.
But
not
I also
drinking
mentioned
least.
earlier that it's really hard for me to get drunk or even buzzed. So for me, I have to drink like 4 or 5 drinks to get to that point, which is a waste of time and a waste of calories, as Danny said. But also I just don't want to ingest that many toxins for no reason. I don't need
Well,
it.
so when also question is like you're saying you have to drink a lot. You have to drink 4 or 5 drinks to get buzzed or drunk. You're talking about mixed drinks, right?
Standard drinks. Not doesn't matter if it's mixed or not. But
So
when I mix my
how
drinks,
many shots would it take you?
4 to 5.
Okay, that's pretty standard. I feel like for most people. For most people.
No, for most people, the standard is 2 drinks to get a buzz.
6
When I
minimum
no,
on an
I
empty
don't
stomach.
talk about drinks. I'm talking about shots because for me, I don't drink drinks. I like to. I
A
like to
standard
shoot
drink
shots.
is literally measured by the alcohol content.
Yeah, a drink's a drink.
Okay.
So that's why I said the numbers I said. But like it is true though, like if you have a mixed drink, sometimes it will
Hey, Omid, I
delay
think your video's frozen.
It's fine. Let him go. It'll be
Um,
fine.
it what would I say? Oh, like with a mixed drink, it is kind of different. I can get that because you're diluting it with the sugar and the sugar mixes in your blood and makes it so that your blood alcohol doesn't shoot up the same way. But even then, like if I'm making a mixed drink at a party and there's like a diet soda, I'll do that because then you're not really altering the blood content.
I'm just curious how many, like I said, how many shots it takes for you because I know there are some people who like a couple of shots and they're done for, but that's like the lightweights. But for an average drinker, 4 or 5 shots is pretty standard for feeling buzzed. I wouldn't say they're heavy. Like if you had to take like 10 shots to get a buzz, I would be like, okay, you're a heavyweight. But if 4 to 5 get you going, that's fine. That's pretty standard. What was I gonna ask was.
Well, while you're thinking, for me, also sometimes like I'll drink socially, like maybe 1 or 2 drinks just to be social. But like when it's a dinner or something and people are ordering beers or brunch, mimosas or something like that, I just don't feel the need to partake. Again, I don't need it. I'm there for the social aspect, but I don't see any point to getting that drunk for whatever, like no reason, or just even getting the buzz. If like I'm
I'm-
trying to drink something for flavor, I can find something a lot cheaper that has no alcohol in it and I don't have to deal with it.
Which is fair. My original point was that if I'm going out, I don't like getting absolutely wasted unless certain occasions like you guys have are in order. But I will like to drink to get a buzz because that buzz that I get, that's that like happy, good feeling point where I'm able to socialize. Because when I'm sober, I'm like a fucking rock. But when I do drink a bit and I get a little buzz, I'm a bit more sociable. I'm more relaxed and yeah, it makes more sense for me that way. I never understand why people have to always resort to getting blacked out wasted. and that's not ideal in my book. I think that you should be able to find yourself a good, like, happy place with alcohol to have a good time. Nothing wrong with it. You're
Different.
socializing.
It's just different folks, different strokes. Some people are probably going through something, so when they drink, they really drink to get blasted. Maybe they don't drink a lot and they don't know their limits. But I do think a lot of times when people go too far, they're probably trying to like not feel something. Maybe they really can't let loose unless they go that far. I don't know what someone's going through, but there are people that can casually drink. They know their limitations. They'll just go for a quick buzz, which is not that hard. You like cut yourself off after the 4 or 5 drinks, which even then is like a
Yeah.
standard night anyway. So
Yeah. Exactly.
it's yeah.
No,
I just don't get. Like I said, I don't get why people go beyond. And regardless if they have something going on in their lives or not, it's just for me. It's always been like you can drink responsibly without absolutely destroying your fucking liver and your body overall and becoming a
dude.
mess.
No.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
drinks
personally like
responsibly.
I like drunk Omid if I'm being honest. I really do. So far, every time I hear a story about something I did when I was blacked out, it was never something that was so bad. Usually, it's a lot of good things. So like, if anything, I like my drunk self. I just don't unleash it too much for various reasons. If anything, it makes it more special if I unleash drunk Omid on like occasion.
Right. Hey, Vlad. So when you depict this happy medium where you have a couple shots and you're just feeling buzzed and you feel good, is this like a daily occurrence, or are you just doing this when you go out and like go socialize?
It's whenever I go socialize because, like,
Okay.
we've talked about this on dating apps. Like, I don't like to be very social in general. For me, even like when there's a party involved, especially if it's like me and my friends are hosting, I like to be more or less the sober one, just because I want to keep tabs on everything and make sure there's like no problems. It's been since like that way since the 418 when we used to hang out back in Park Merced. I always like to be the one who's like, everybody else have fun. I'm gonna be in control, making sure there's no fights, nobody dying, nothing like that. I want to make sure things are okay. But when it does come out to the point where we're going out to a bar or something, I will take a few shots. I will kind of loosen up a bit just so I can talk to people and hang out and have fun because I have no responsibility, nothing to worry about, particularly if something happens in a public setting, it's out of my hands at that point. So I shouldn't have to worry about it that much, and I can enjoy myself. For me, I'm pretty antisocial. Anybody who really knows me quite well, I don't like to talk to people. Most people fucking annoy me. I hate most people. And for me to really want to open up and kind of get out of my comfort zone to loosen my lips a bit, it takes quite a bit. That's why I have to have alcohol in my system. If you want to call, as we did back in the dating apps episode, a crutch. That's my crutch. I have to drink a bit.
I'm glad you remember that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm right there with you too, buddy, because I need the crutch as well. Because I don't. It's hard for me to socialize. But I only have two modes. Like I if I'm touching alcohol, then I'm going all the way. Like I'm committing to it. I can't just have a few drinks. And let me, before you start judging me for that, I can't just have a few drinks. That statement alone, all that means is that if I'm drinking empty calories and I'm doing it during an occasion, then I'm gonna actually get to I'm gonna achieve what the alcohol is for. I'm not gonna ingest a bunch of empty calories and then sit there and still be sober. So
You don't have to be sober.
no, but like it's either I'm like it takes a shit load of alcohol to get me drunk, and I do it, as you guys know now, on an empty stomach. I've been doing that way for all my life, and doctors out there are probably shaking their heads like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But to me, I tried this actually recently just to see if it still holds up, and yes, if I have food in my system, I have to drink twice as much to just feel anything, and it sucks because it costs a lot of money, especially when you go out to like try to achieve some sort of drunk state or tipsy state, whatever you want to call it. So for me, when I'm trying to go out and have a good time, or if I'm at those occasions, including like my own house, or our house now, Vlad, if there's like an occasion to be had and I'm putting alcohol in my system, then I'm going all the way. I'm taking my like 6 or 7 shots minimum to try to get me to a good place, and then I have to like maintain that. I don't get the fact that I'll never agree with you or Omid on the fact that you can just have a couple and feel good, because I definitely don't. It's either I'm drunk or I feel fucking nothing.
My question is, like,
I don't feel good after a couple. What?
Well, you're okay. You were saying that like when you go to like some dinners or something, you'll have a couple, and I'm just like I can't even touch the stuff.
No, no, no. I don't.
No,
I
he
don't. I
didn't
don't
say
have
that.
it during dinners. I just like sometimes if it's like someone's like, oh, it's my birthday. At least take one shot with me. I can be broken down to take that shot for the social aspect or out of respect. But that's like the only time I'll cave and take one drink or something.
Yeah, he
Gotcha.
said he would rather spend money to get something with like flavor or whatnot instead of buying the alcohol.
Yeah.
But my response to you simply enough is, Danny, like, I mean, so you're essentially telling me for you to be socialized, you have to be absolutely shit-faced. You can't get a light buzz and talk to people.
No. I can talk to people, but I'm a lot better at it when I'm drunk. And in order for me to be drunk, I have to be on an empty stomach, and I have to be like 6 shots deep minimum, and I take a 7th just to be sure.
I mean, 6 shots.
That's my
Dude,
that's
6
my
shots.
That's my level. That's my bar.
4 to 6 shots is, I think, pretty standard for anybody, including myself, including you, probably Omid, even Steve. Like, I think we've all been like, that's the standard limit for shots to start feeling a buzz. It's not a lot, but it's also not a little. It's just like it's a good balancing point. That's why most of us pregame at home, take a few shots and then go out. Same as when went bar hopping, have a few shots together somewhere and then go out of the city and socialize. But my point being is that you can have those 4 to 6 shots or whatever to get yourself buzzed. You don't have to keep going super far to get completely wasted. That's where I kind of have that divide with you, because it seems like you're taking it that extra step and you're trying to give up your cognitive functionality to achieve what exactly? Are you just more comfortable talking to people? What is it? Because for me, like I said, if I have a few shots, I'm good. I'll socialize.
Okay, I'm telling you, I'm not. Like
Okay, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
I think the level that we're getting to when we get drunk is that just to be so comfortable with ourselves and to remove any filter that we're just enjoying the moment as is and as much as we remember, that'll be awesome. And if we don't remember some things, it ends up, for at least for me, being so memorable that it became worth it. I mean, the hangovers are almost never worth it, but whatever. Like, I just feel like you get to a point where it's more of an absolute less control, complete social, be myself, and just like, I'm gonna enjoy this moment as much as I possibly can.
I'll be honest, I don't envy you guys for that, because for me with social drinking, it's usually because, at least for me in the past, I had to do networking, and that was one of the best ways for me to do, was to take a few shots, get myself nicely buzzed and relaxed, kind of loosen up, and then go talk to people. If I had to get drunk every single time and do that, that would be awful. Fuck that shit. I don't envy you.
I mean, I don't. If I'm at a social event, I feel like I do need to get drunk or buzzed just to pretend to give a shit about what people tell me. Because when I'm not working, I don't want to talk about work. I don't want to talk about other people's work. But if I'm in a situation where I have to do that, the only way I'll be comfortable doing it is by getting buzzed or something. And
Well,
then
buzz is
at
one
that
thing,
point,
drunk is
at that
different.
point though, my only goal, because when I'm drunk, I'm even a worse of a person. I'm just trying to find the humor in anything they say and change the subject to a joke as fast as possible. I really don't want to talk to people about anything or network ever in my life.
I don't think any of us like to network. That's why I'm saying for me, I have to get buzzed. And again, there's a difference between being buzzed and
What?
drunk.
it sounds mighty unhealthy for both of you.
No, I mean, dude, being socializing, especially with randoms that you don't fucking know who they are and don't give a flying fuck about them, it's hard to push yourself out of that zone where you're like, your brain works a certain type of way. For me, the answer is alcohol. I have to drink a little bit, get a slight buzz, and then I can go have fun.
Okay. The answer is alcohol. You heard it here first, Vlad.
It's the
Discovered
solution.
it.
It's a solution, the solution.
It's
Right.
the final
Yeah.
solution.
You know what though? Like, I will say something funny that from today. I think we're gonna get cut off soon. But I was just talking to someone earlier, and she was telling me how she was going on a date in the next few minutes, and she usually needs to take like a couple pregame shots. She doesn't get drunk, but if she decides to drink because she likes the guy enough, she's already primed enough to get to the buzz point. Anyway, I thought to myself that that was pretty clever, but I was like, how do you get to know this guy if you're gonna be slightly buzzed for the first couple dates? Like, how do you know you're gonna enjoy him sober?
Yeah, that behavior is a little concerning to me. That's the kind of crutch I'm talking about.
Yeah. But at least she put herself out there enough to attempt the second date, even though the first one didn't seem like it was worthy enough to not be somewhat buzzed for the second one either. Whatever. They said that they have a 2-date rule, and then after that they're gonna like not do it again. Okay, cool.
Well, all right. I have a couple more things to say on this subject. Let's see where we go after the commercial break. But stay tuned for more of Does This Offend You coming up right after this. See you in a minute. Does This Offend You is absolutely, definitely, and undoubtedly brought to you by this 100% totally real sponsor.
All right, gentlemen. So, as we all know, humans, especially men, suffer from male pattern baldness as we get older and grow, especially Mr. Danny that we have on our podcast. And in recent times, I've come across a nice, nifty little shampoo that was introduced to me by my family out of Turkey, one of my favorite places in the world, obviously, as an Armenian. But it's called Pro Zinc Plus, and it's not a miracle job of any sort. I have had before when I would wash my hair, or like a lot of guys, you wash your hair, you feel like you have a little bit of hair falling, or like coming off in your hand. Started using this little shampoo here, and I've noticed a big change in my pattern of possible baldness. Some people call it shedding, some people call it baldness. Definitely does the job. Your hair feels a lot thicker, smoother, stronger. You don't lose quite as much. I'm not sure what the hell is in here because a lot of it's written in Turkish, unless somebody knows how to actually read Turkish and maybe can explain themselves. I can't. I'm not that gifted.
I could
But
read
yeah.
it.
Can you? Well,
I just can't understand it.
I'll give you the... If you can read it and understand it, preferably go ahead. Maybe somebody can then figure out what the hell's in this stuff. But definitely works quite well. Can't complain. Definitely recommend anybody who wants to give it a shot to do so. I've had personal use for it. It's pretty good. I've recommended it to a lot of my friends, Danny, you included, bitch. And yeah, do it. Get yourself this little bottle. Try it out. See how your hair feels afterwards. Maybe you'll stop balding and turn into a cancer patient.
So do only Turkish people know about this stuff?
I don't know. We should ask them,
I was
It's a
just
little
there. I
secret.
should have asked.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Danny, you should get this
Also-
bottle right here and try it out.
Also, if you ever need to tell people again what your condition is called, it's called male pattern baldness. You were so close to saying it. I was so excited, and then you just danced around
sorry.
it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, stuff works. You should, if any of you ever need it, try it out. I wholeheartedly recommend it.
Thanks.
I don't
man.
even use shampoo anymore.
What?
Do you even shower?
I shower all the time, like, but only after I work out. But like showering too much is actually really bad for you. As shampooing your hair or putting any stuff in there is really bad for your hair. So I just decided that like even if I do take a shower, I'll just wet my hair and let it go. But the rest of my body, I have like the body washes and stuff. I really don't care what happens to the hair around there though. If it falls off, I'll probably be happier.
So your hair doesn't get greasy?
Huh?
Your hair
No.
doesn't get greasy?
Not at all. It gets cleaned appropriately. It's just I have no chemicals in there. I'm not destroying the whatever chemical reactions are going on in my hair. I don't understand dermatology that well, but yeah, it actually does not react well with your hair, especially if you keep doing it. And if you shower over and over again, you're actually like clogging up your pores. You know, you're damaging your skin. A lot of people even say that like hot showers are even worse for you. So if you can take a cold shower as much as you can. I don't know what the science and stuff that behind that is, but yeah.
Yeah, good luck convincing people to do that.
So with my personal experience, I do. I shower in the mornings because at night I sweat in my sleep, and I don't want to go to work smelling like shit. And I sometimes, if I have a really long, like hefty day where I do sweat a lot because of work and whatnot, I will take a shower at home. I've tried not to use shampoo for the second round because there's no point, but I do notice that even if I just wet my hair does get very greasy very quickly. Again, my hair is, if you ever touch my hair, it's a bit more thin, it's soft, so just different.
I think it's all the drugs you have in there.
I know, but yeah, no, like a lot. If you notice, like certain people, like Middle Easterners, a lot of them have more thicker hair.
Mine is
For
thin as
instance.
shit.
Is it
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm balding.
really?
I
Yeah.
was balding. I
I
had to
cut
go.
my hair literally this morning because I'm the only one that knows how to cut my hair and make it in a way where it doesn't look like my hair is thinning, but
So
I went to a barber once and I got so pissed off because I told them what I wanted and they cut it the way they thought that it should be cut. And I was like, yeah, now it looks like my hair is all spaced apart because you can see where I'm balding, dumbass.
Try it.
is that the trade-off? So like you said, Middle Eastern people have thicker hair, but also I think the other statistic is that we also lose our hair the most.
Yeah.
Is it? I've never heard that one.
So that's the trade-off, right? That's like the old the genie wish. Like I wish I had that full head of thick hair, and then like 6 months later you start balding.
A lot of, like I said, a lot of Middle Easterners and Hispanics seem to have very thickened hair. Just by, I don't know what, maybe it's the
everywhere
heat
else but
of the
our
region.
heads. I'll tell you that from experience.
That reminded me of a really funny joke about how a man goes to a genie and says, "I wish I could have sex before I die," so the genie grants him immortality.
Yeah, that's the old bamboozle there. That's what I'm worried
Anyway,
about.
hoes, my point being is with the ad, both of you should try this shampoo. It's definitely, I've noticed big, significant changes. I think you might be happy to see if you really are experiencing male pattern baldness.
It's not gonna make my hair grow.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if it will because I've never been like bald. I've just, like I said, I used to shower and I would shed, and I was thinking like, huh, I'm losing hair. I must be balding. But after using this for like a few months, I don't shed anymore.
Have
like,
you stopped using it and seeing if you shed again?
I haven't stopped. No, I've been using it. Like I have noticed I don't shed anymore. My hair doesn't fall out.
Yeah, but I'm saying let's do another experiment and stop using it. Like it'll be a control experiment where if you stop using it, you start shedding again.
I appreciate you, Vlad, but for all those watching, don't buy into a snake oil because if you have male pattern baldness, it's going, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
You haven't tried it yet.
There's no. Well, I have tried a lot though. You know, I had it for 10 years, right? I guess technically I still do have it, but I found a way to bypass it.
I know, but if I'm telling like I'm somebody who's telling that I used to shed, and I didn't know what was causing it, but had this recommended by one of my mom, and she's like, try it out. We got this when we were over there. I did. I've been using it for a few months, even before we moved in together, and I still do, and it's been working. I'm telling you, try it.
Shedding's different than balding.
Do you think people that shed or bald or lose their hair in general, it's like a linear pattern? Because the reality is it's not.
My dad balded, and he is almost like he's pretty heavily bald. He still has hair. My
But
grandfather's.
it's not in a linear pattern is all I'm saying. Like it happens incrementally. Like you just lose some hair here, you know, stable, lose a little bit more hair, stable, lose a little bit more hair. Like it happens at an odd pace, but it's not linear.
I agree, and I'm not arguing with you on that. I'm just saying that for
There's
the last
nothing
few
to
months,
agree with. It's literally fact. Like that's how biology works.
I understand, but I'm saying that just my simple response to this is this right here is not something that I'm just like, hey, like I tried out for a few weeks, you should try it now. It's like I've been using it for a few months. I've noticed the difference, and I'm telling you that this is something that possibly does help. It doesn't mean it's gonna make your hair grow back. It doesn't mean that it'll definitely work for you because, you know, we're human. We have different tendencies, different chemical buildup. It might work for me, might not work for you, might work for Joe Schmo, might not work for Jessica. I don't know. My point being is that it might be worth a try, especially if you're somebody who does suffer from it. Give it a shot. What do you have left to lose? Your hair's already falling out. Your hair's already falling out. You might as well try to save it.
Why accelerate that? Let's do more tests and let me know how it pans out. Do it for a whole year. Let me know if you shed, and then if you stop using it after that year and you start shedding again, I'll be a little bit more of a believer. Until then,
I mean, I'm not against that. So how long do you want me to stop for using it then afterwards?
I said a year.
A whole year of not using that would probably
like when you stop using it, a couple months.
Yeah. If I use it for a whole year and then I stop for like, you want me to stop for a whole year or just stop for like a month or two? I can stop for a month or two and see if it changes anything.
A couple months.
Okay. Might be worth a shot just to see how well it holds up.
Now, can you stop drinking for a couple months? See if it makes your life better?
I actually haven't drank for like probably a month and a half at this point. I'm not sure if you've been noticing.
No, I haven't noticed because that's absolute bullshit.
Since when? How often am I home, you fucking piece of shit?
You don't have to be home to drink. Newsflash.
I don't drink in general. I'm literally
out.
Yeah, I know. If I want to go and spend money, but I don't. I'm literally out working 24/7 at this point.
All right, fine.
If you're not home, how can Danny vouch for your alcoholism or lack thereof?
Because if I am drinking, I will try my best to not drive. I will probably Uber. My car is always with me because I'm driving around working and doing other things that are not involving alcohol.
Yeah, the perfect
Oh,
cover.
like hookah.
Yeah, hookah too.
That's also a crutch. See, that's something you do every day. That's
but
something
I don't know
do every single day.
Yeah, but you have to understand that the whole niche with hookah is that you don't get high from it. There's nothing that really gives you.
It
There's not enough
doesn't
nicotine.
matter, dude. If I had a fucking cupcake every day to make myself feel better, then it's still a crutch. Doesn't make me high, but
Why
to
would
me,
it be a crutch? Maybe it's something
because
just like, some
it's
people like
something
to eat
you
chocolate.
need to do on a daily basis to like as part of your routine to make yourself feel better or whatever for one reason or another because you like it that much. I call it crutch. I don't know, like
Which is fair, but the problem is, first off, I don't smoke hookah every single day as much as I'd like to. I don't. You've even come into me being like, "Hey, have you smoked hookah recently?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't been home. I've been busy."
not at the house.
Yeah, but my point being is that I don't smoke because I don't have time. My
Okay.
point being is that I do like hookah. I do enjoy because I like the flavor that I can mix and make myself. And it's like people who eat chocolate on a daily basis. They have like one piece. People like the taste of it. They like the chemical reaction that their body gets from having chocolate in their system and the cocoa beans and all that stuff. That's fine. My point being is that some people smoke cigarettes, for instance, as an example, because it gets you high. It gives you that nicotine rush that makes them addicted. Hookah doesn't do that. You have flavor. You can mix any flavor you want, make whatever you like, and enjoy it. Weed gets you high because you have THC that gets you, changes your mindset. Hookah doesn't do that. You don't have that ability. You're literally just smoking for the flavor.
I don't care about the science so much as the dopamine rush it gives you because it's something you thoroughly enjoy. So you gotta do it every day, or else you're not yourself.
Well, it's better than me drinking I mean, I'm not gonna say it's better. It's the same thing as me drinking soda every day, eating chocolate or ice cream, and
I can.
plus, it's not like I sit there and just fucking smoke. No, I do other things. I'll sit there and work and smoke hookah while I'm working. I'll watch a
Do
show.
that again. Do that again.
Wait, what?
Just do the motion of you smoking again.
Motion me smoking again.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm recalling this perfectly, but I saw you do this. I don't smoke all the time. I was like, that's pretty.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the hose in your mouth. Oh, no. But the point is that I will smoke hookah when I'm doing other things. Like I'll be doing work on the laptop. I'll sit there and smoke hookah. I'll watch a show with a friend. I'll smoke a hookah mutually, like as a social thing.
So you're a
Or I'll play
functioning
on my cell phone.
hookaholic.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
That's the point I'm trying to get to. I'm citing you as an example because I know a lot of people do this. It's, pick your poison. I'm not exactly straight edge, right, as we said, but I'm not like a daily abuser of alcohol.
No,
or
and
anything
and
like
I
that.
have people that I know who are like literally actually like addicted to smoking, like, and they're not addicted to smoking at the aspect of like hookah, tobacco. They're addicted to the oral fixation of having a hose in their mouth, and they smoke hookah like constantly every single day. And to me, that's like crazy because these guys go through like 4 or 5 bowls a day, and I'm like, dude, I barely smoke one bowl by myself for like an hour and a half or something, and like you guys are literally spending your whole day with a hookah in your fucking mouth. Like, how do you do that? That to me is a little excessively crazy.
Well, yeah,
But again,
that's
everybody
nuts,
every
yeah.
different strokes from different folks.
Okay, let me propose this because I'm tired of attacking you, Vlad, and I feel bad. So I'm going to point the finger at myself and stop being a hypocrite. And this also ropes Omid into it, but would you consider me working out every day a sort of crutch?
Uh-huh.
No, no.
By
I
your
think that
definition, yeah. By my
think-
definition, no. But if
I
we're
think that
What's your definition?
of a crutch,
No, what's your definition of, like, why do you work out every day?
because I feel like if I don't work out, I just didn't guarantee that I did some form of self-improvement for the day, and I kind of need that to feel like I didn't waste my day. And
Okay.
I guess if you want to go that far, it could be some form of body dysmorphia that I always feel like that I need to be in a position of working out, because if I don't work out, I probably become very depressed and upset with myself due to the fact that I feel like I wasted that day.
That's what I was trying to get to. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to call it a crutch, but I feel like the end, the means are different, but the ends are just the same. Like someone who doesn't if they don't take a shot, like, oh fuck, I don't feel myself today.
I don't like the definition of the word crutch
All right, well,
because
give me yours, man, if you don't like it, because I feel like we're just
I
as bad
think-
as the people who need a piece of chocolate every day or need
No,
to
but,
drink their
like, I
wine
don't-
every day.
the thing, like, I think a crutch is more of something that, like, as you said, can help you get through the day, but like more of you can't really function well without it. Like people who need to drink every day to function or to party, that is a better definition of a crutch than like I'm doing this in order to fulfill myself for the day, but I don't necessarily need it. Like I've taken days off or I've done what I needed for whatever reason, But I just see it as just a routine, not a crutch.
So
I think
what I
people
will
who like basically if you need alcohol to socialize, then that's when it becomes a crutch. But it's not a crutch if you need it specifically to just be happy. It's more of functioning versus inner feeling.
Well, I need to work out or else my day is ruined.
s- so here's my thing with this. Um, I can put this on. So working out, technically, for the most part, you're doing it because you want to keep yourself in a healthy state of mind. The amount of workouts that you put in within a week can be questioned. Some people say working out for you daily is not good for you and detrimental to your health. Some people say you should only work out to 3 times a week and your body needs the rest of the week to heal. Um, it depends on how far you go and how far you push yourself and how much damage your body will endure, whether it's beneficial to you or if it's not, and if you're using it, it can become a crutch if you're just using it as, I guess, an escape from the world and you need to, quote unquote, hurt your body to make yourself feel better. That could be a crutch, sure.
I
It's the
think
same thing with,
those numbers and days you presented though, we should probably clarify is unique to everybody. Like everybody is different. Everybody's working out style is different, and you can structure your workouts if you want to work out every day. It is something that is doable. It is not advised by most people, but it's like let's not say that most people say whatever. Let's just keep it at everybody's bodies are different, and you can do what you want as long as you're smart about it.
which is fair. I mean, everybody you can argue that everyone is a case by case situation based on anything that you do. The same thing for some people can take in large amounts of alcohol and be fine. There's functioning alcoholics, functional weed smokers, whatever. Um, but yeah, the amount of the amount of damage that you put in your body varies. It's the same thing as if you're somebody who believes in the concept of drinking a shot a day or a glass of wine a day is going to extend your life. Um, it's the same thing. There's that lady who lived 107 years old, and people asked her like, "What was your secret to life?" And she's like, I had a glass of Dr Pepper a day. That was her secret to life."
From a
Everyone's different.
from a healthcare standpoint, do you know how many drinks is considered too much?
I do not know.
Danny, do you know?
No, not at all. Well,
I feel like
actually,
I told
you
you
know
a
what?
while ago.
Yeah, what the doctor asked if it's like more than 3 a day or something.
Yeah, actually, that's the answer. 3 or
Yeah,
more a day is
yeah.
considered excessive, but you can have 2 drinks a day, and it wouldn't be considered having a drinking problem.
Yeah,
I
but
think
Interesting.
it also changes between men and women, but I don't remember specifically how, so I'm not gonna say that. But what I will say is that like 2 or more than 2 drinks a day is considered a drinking problem.
well, my concern with all of this conjecture is that the psychological um psychological ramifications are prevalent, and no matter what you're doing, a doctor could tell you like more than 3 a day is being an alcoholic, sure. But if you're at 2 every single day and you need those 2 to get by, then I still say that's a problem.
I mean, what's the difference between a habit and a problem?
That's a good. Actually, that's what I'm trying to get to. Actually, why I'm asking myself and asking you guys. Am I building a habit for myself every day by working out, or am I just it's a habit, but I can tell you, I'm fine being transparent about it. I have, Omid says it all the time. Body dysmorphia is part of it. There's a lot of psychological issues I'm working through when I work out, and if I don't work out, I don't feel like I'm worthy. Like my day is lost, and I'm a piece of shit for not working out. Like psychologically, if I don't do the thing, if I don't eat the piece of chocolate or drink the glass of wine, if I don't pick up the dumbbell and do something, then I feel like I'm not myself, and my day is now wasted, and I'm a lesser human being for not finishing my workout. And so it's a habit, but it's built on something that's fairly unhealthy. Habits aren't always a good thing. Yeah, I mean, I want to say working out is a good habit, like I'm making myself healthier, but the subtext to that is not healthy psychologically.
I feel like everything in small amounts is good for you.
But I mean, that's again
Even
what I'm trying
heroin?
To get to. Yeah, like again, what I'm trying to get to is like if you need it, then it's an issue, and it's something that's not exactly necessary. And that necessary is a big word that we have to define.
I'm gonna
Heroin
challenge
is being one of them.
I'm gonna challenge what you said anything in excess is not good for you, but not everything, even in small doses, is okay for you.
I think that so with in regards to drug use, it depends on how you go
Just
about
a,
it. So,
just a little bit of heroin, it's fine.
so depending, I mean,
Just a little-
like I've talked to people before, like we can all agree cocaine use is not good for you. But for instance, cocaine at one point was used to stop bleeding in the nasal region. If you use a very small amount, it'll stop you from having nosebleed. Hypothetically, it has like one benefit.
That sounds like a great excuse. Oh, so I had a nosebleed. Oh, nosebleed! Oh,
My point
shit.
being is that
Woo!
it's a small amount. It shouldn't, fuck you up. It'll have a quote unquote benefit for you as long as you don't do it regularly. My point being is that everything in small amounts is technically good for you. Even drugs can be good for you if it's in a small amount and if there's actually some sort of beneficial use for like health. I'm not sure if
that can
heroin
apply
has
to
anything.
literally anything. Anything
Yeah.
can
Of
have a
course.
benefit and an opportunity cost, and you just have to
course.
weigh them against each other. And like, if
course.
cocaine is your only option at that point, and you don't have clotting factors, then sure, you have an excuse there to snort a bump if you need to. I mean, cocaine
a bump,
was
it's a
also
microdose, but yeah.
whatever. I don't care what you want to call it. Then there's also people that can use cocaine as kind of like a numbing agent too. It doesn't last that long, but sure, if you're absolutely desperate for something to be used for that function, weigh your options against each other. But if you need, it doesn't mean you have to do it or it's necessary. You can also just let your nosebleed stop on its own and let your blood clot.
What if you have thin blood?
Same shit. Like if you can't clot and that's your only means of getting your blood to clot, then by all means do what you got to do. The benefit outweighs the negative here.
baby.
Yeah.
No, I mean I agree with you. Like I said, everything in small amounts. Some things are going to be healthier for you. Working out, prime example here. Technically, it's really good for you. Technically, can also hurt you if you do it every single day.
Really
Again,
good is a
case by
stretch.
case.
Really good is a stretch. It has benefits, but it's not really good for you. It like that
Case
sounds
by
like there's a
case.
net positive.
Case by case.
No, there's still gonna be a cost at this point. That's like saying steroids are really good for you. Like, that's not really the case, but I mean, like, if you're trying to gain a lot of muscle really quickly and you don't care about any other side effects, yeah, sure, steroids are really good for you because they'll help you get there. But, like, when you actually weigh everything, is it a net positive or net negative? That's up to you.
I also take issue with the fact that, like, everything being in small doses is, sure, in a perfect world, everyone takes something in small doses, and so there's like a long-term benefit to whatever you're doing. Only problem is no one has impulse control. It's the Pringles paradox. Like, you can't just have one, or you just can't have one, right? And so I don't know how many people actually do the one thing they're supposed to do every single day in like micro doses, and then actually helps them in the long run. Because I think people always go overboard. I don't know. I have no statistics to back it up, but I just feel that people in general have impulse control. So yeah, having a little bit of dark chocolate every single day is good for you. Or having the glass of wine every single day is good for you. But then,
Or a shot.
or a shot every single day is good for you. Then how many, like, if you actually took the actual statistics from everybody, like in a week's time, what they ingested, I guarantee, like I'm saying personally, I think a lot of people just are over the mark. They're
Which is very possible,
Yeah.
and I'm not arguing with you on
yeah.
that. I'm
So,
just,
I don't know. Everything being in small doses is good for you is just, it's kind of bullshit. Yeah, sure. Heroin in small doses makes you feel good until you build an addiction. I don't know.
I mean, like I said, it all varies. You got at the end of the day, you're still gonna live life, and different people live life differently. Hopefully, they have longevity to their life. That's the end game goal, and they are happy.
I wouldn't say it's so everyone's goal. A lot of people are just adrenaline junkies. Adrenaline is also another addiction, and
Yeah.
they don't care if they die, which is cool because I'm one of those people. But I don't seek adrenaline. I just want the death without having to jump out of an airplane. So,
Okay. Well, either way, like I said,
sorry, too real.
Danny, I'm gonna recommend you a couple of therapists.
Nah.
And
You
yeah,
got a couple of therapists in mind?
maybe actually.
Okay, another question. If you have to see a therapist every single day, is that a crutch? Or is that just helping?
Oh yeah, of course, that's definitely a crush.
Okay.
Because you're not able to. So for me, like, I believe that humans should, for the most part, be able to vent, whether it's talk themselves in a room while they're doing something, which a lot of people do. People do talk to themselves, or they should be able to call somebody, whether it's their family member or friend, and just talk to them. I'm not saying sit there for hours and just chew their ear off. Like, I feel like we all have somebody in our lives who does that. But yeah, being able to vent is very important. I think that releasing your frustrations. I actually had an argument with somebody about that today, where I'm like, me personally, I fucking despise people. I cannot stand their fucking guts. But I feel like I have the right, and I should have the right, and I should be doing this. Is I should be able to sit there and vent about it, whether it's to myself, to somebody else. Just let out your frustrations. A lot of people do bottle these things up, and that's where the problem happens. People do not let their emotions out. They don't let their negative thoughts out. They just hold it in, and that just eats away at your psyche. You have to be able to talk about your problems. You have to be able to talk about your fears and the things that piss you off. Let it out. Let others hear it if you want to share with them, or just literally sit there and talk to yourself in the room. Just like have a conversation or a fake imaginative argument in your own head, but let it out. Unwind.
Yeah, I think we talked about this in the episode 8. Plug it right here. Men's mental health. That there's a growing tendency in society where people aren't really letting that out to their peers. It's all just has to be like bottled up and then fed to therapy. I had an emotional breakdown like last week, actually. I just had an episode where I just didn't want to fucking talk to anybody. People had to reach out to me because they could tell by my behavior that I wasn't doing well. No, I'm not sitting here trying to be all therapeutic and like, hey, listen to me, I'm crying. I don't care. What I'm saying is that I actually opened up. Someone actually reached out to me, and like most of the time in my 31 years of life, I'd be like, fuck you, I'll get through it I wouldn't say fuck you, but like, I'll get through it myself. It's fine. I'll talk to you later. And then I decided to actually open up, and then and after that, like I talked for like an hour straight. Not a therapist, just a friend, and I felt a lot better just to have the words out in the atmosphere. I mean, they offered nothing to me. They just listened. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I think it's fair that you need to vent. I got real quick, but yeah. Also, but if you have to talk to somebody every day about your problems, God, I just don't sympathize with you,
dude. But
I really don't.
Look, I understand if you there's a difference, but like I said, you have to kind of comprehend this for yourself. There's a difference between calling somebody else and being like, hey, like sit there and listen to my problem and chew their ear off for like an hour, 2 or 3, versus doing it like on some sort of basis, maybe once a week, and just talking to somebody. That's fine. Learning to talk to yourself and just letting your frustrations out in the comfort of your own room, for instance, there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is people don't even do the minimum of that aspect. That's something that you naturally should be able to do. You should be able to talk to yourself. A lot of people, I know that there's a huge taboo where people be like, why are you talking to yourself, and all this kind of thing, and that's probably still alive today. There's a lot of individuals who are like, you're weird if you talk to yourself. It's like, no, dude, I think that's pretty fucking normal. You're your own fucking counselor at that point. Let it out. Make those fake fucking scenarios up in your head, and just let your emotions run free for a bit. There's nothing wrong with it. Your brain is like a goddamn sponge. Release the information from time to time. Release that stress.
Have you guys ever caught anyone that you suspected talking to themselves and then they blamed it on like, or they pointed to like an earpiece or something and they were claiming they were talking to someone on the phone or something, but it was like,
yeah.
But like, have you ever had someone do that and you're just like, I think I'm gonna call bullshit?
Yeah, I agree. I think there's some people who just have it in their ear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know a lot of times I have something in my ear and I'm not even listening to anything. I'm just trying to shut the rest of the world out. I don't do the talking to myself thing though, but I have seen people do the talking to themselves thing, and the conversation doesn't really sound like there was a dialogue. So I'm just like, I don't really know if you were talking to anybody, but good cover. So I just sit there and my people watching is just going crazy because like I don't care about anything else. And I'm just like investigating.
Yeah. I guess the biggest problem with that, though, with the whole "they're talking to yourself" thing, is the taboo behind it. A lot of people get a lot of people do judge you for it, like, oh, you're weird or you're sick in the head. It's like, mind your fucking business.
Wait, so you're actually saying the words out loud to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need to talk to yourself out loud, do it. Like, it's hard
Like
to internalize the voices.
In the same sense.
Yeah, I can fucking do this. I'm okay. I'm not gonna fucking die, or like I can. It's gonna be okay. Like fuck them, or
okay. So
or have a fake imaginative argument.
Do you know why it's weird though? Like, I know you're dismissing it and you want to normalize it for whatever reason, and that's fine. Like, whatever, people do whatever they want. But the reason that people find it abnormal is because everybody has these internal dialogues with themselves. They just don't verbalize it out loud. Because there's a huge difference between doing it out loud and having it in your own head. And I think that's why it's very creepy. When it comes out loud, you get the sense that this person actually does feel like they're talking to another person, and that might be schizophrenia. That, or they just have some kind of like Tourette's or something where they can't control what they say, so their thoughts just come out. But the reason that it's frowned upon is because most people have the capacity to, talk in their own head to themselves.
A lot of people will also, like a lot of psychologists will get, or even motivational speakers will be like, never put yourself down, because you ever have like that somebody that you're doing something, you like, I don't know, you cut the wrong thing or you stub your tongue, you're like, I'm a fucking idiot or something like that, and you just like yell at yourself. People are like, never put yourself down. It's not right. And I'm kind of like, okay, cool, but you're doing a natural thing where you're kind of just bashing yourself a bit, but at the same time, the point being is that we have to kind of normalize and allow people to give them the space to do it. Just let your bottled up, pent up aggression out of it, and that's one of the best ways to do it that I feel like people don't do. Again, but there is a taboo. A lot of people are afraid to do it because of that very reason.
So your ideal world is basically having everybody in the walk around the streets just kind of talking aloud to themselves if they need it.
I don't know
freely
if
speaking freely.
I don't know if people should be walking around, like I said, put the fucking earpiece in your ear and walk around pretend you're talking to somebody. But, I mean, yeah, release. The problem is, again, a lot of people do pent themselves up. They do not let their negative emotions come out. And your brain, it's a hard drive of a fucking computer. You have a lot of information you have to clear from time to time. If you don't, you're going to start fucking up. That's why some people go and seek out professional help. They go and find somebody who they can pay to sit there and listen and try to analyze what they're saying. You can always buy yourself a goddamn recording camera and have a podcast where you just talk to yourself into the fucking thing and
bingo.
Yeah.
Boom, roasted.
Yeah, but no, you want to have that safe space where you can release all that unnecessary agitation in your system. And if you have something that you can't quite figure out, and maybe pay somebody who will listen there and try to analyze your thoughts and your frustrations.
This
It's
is
also
why
just
I defer to the chain or the pyramid of yelling, where your boss yells at you, you go home and yell at your wife, or you go home and beat your kid goes to school and beats up some other kid, that kid goes home and yells at your boss because boom, that's their dad, and then they go back to work and they yell at you. It's the circle of yelling at each other.
it's also interesting how you brought up the schizophrenia thing, because I feel like that really does create even more of a like insecurity for a lot of people to be able to release all that pent up aggression, because they're like, what if people think I'm crazy? Because a crazy person doesn't know they're crazy.
I think we're all crazy, and that's the case. Well, I acknowledge the fact that I'm crazy.
Regardless, it's the same outcome. They need to go seek help. They don't need to like go in the middle of the street and talk to themselves and start yelling cuss words or analyzing things out loud. These are all things that you can do in your head, and you don't have to do it out loud. I get some people kind of need to do it out loud because it's their just way of managing these things fine.
San Francisco homeless.
Yeah, that's different though. We're talking about like some drug-induced issues that are deep-seated somewhere else. But in general, like, yeah, there's some people that, if like you're really angry and you can't really control your impulses, those are the times where you'll see someone talking to themselves uncontrollably. And again, that just seems like a control issue, a frustration issue, and seems like it would be more productive if that conversation with yourself was happening with a therapist instead, because it sounds like somebody needs to help you have that self-reflection to analyze what's going on and really internalize it and move on from it. But
Yeah.
You guys ever just yell, like
No.
primal screaming, like
Yeah, of course. You have
Yeah,
a
it's like-
frustrating If I have a frustrating moment, something just pisses me off and I just need to let it out, I'll fucking yell. It'll scare somebody most likely, but fuck it.
Well,
I mean, I mostly yell when I'm frustrated, or like if I drop my food on the floor, I'll be like, fuck! Like, regardless of who's around or something, I'm gonna have that
or you
visceral
stub your toe.
emotion.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking
stubbing
about
your toe.
I'm not talking about outbursts. I'm talking about like you actually consciously you're like, well, I have way too much going on, so I'm just gonna fucking yell it out. Like, you ever have those
Nope.
moments? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
I
Okay,
don't.
I just want. Okay, so I got one different answers from the both of you, but I found that actually slightly therapeutic. I mean, I yelled. I didn't do a pillow. I don't think Vlad wasn't home, so you would have heard me probably. But I've had those moments where just the whole screaming into a pillow thing is on the surface probably not healthy, but it feels good after you're done. I'm not advocating for it, but I would say that, I mean, try it. See how you feel. Just fucking yell all your
I
frustrations
mean,
out.
it's healthier than yelling at another person or having a physical manifestation. And if you do feel better afterwards, do it again. Fine by me. If you're doing it in your own quarters, no one else is in danger. The only thing that's really probably going to be harmed here is your voice box. Fuck it, do it.
He's
I'm
like,
for
have
it.
you ever seen that movie Analyze This with Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal?
Yeah, I remember it.
And Billy Crystal tells Robert De Niro's like, yell into a pillow when you're frustrated, it'll make you feel better. So Robert De Niro pulls out a gun, shoots the fucking pillow, and he's like, and Billy Crystal's like, do you feel better now? He's like, yeah, I do.
Classic.
Same shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't tell people to buy a gun all of a sudden, but for all the people we influence.
No,
here.
buy a gun. California. Fuck you. Buy a fucking gun and get a CCW. Be smart.
No, please don't everybody. If you suck with guns, don't buy one, please.
If you suck, no. Go to learn how to use one first. But if you do know how to use one, you're responsible. Get one and get a CCW while you still can.
I think anybody who's actually interested in listening to this podcast right now is not responsible enough to own a gun. Because they're probably here for, like, the title I put on this probably has something to do with, like, mental health and crutches and stability and shit like that, and, like, alcohol and drug abuse. So the person who's actually sitting here watching this and you're telling them to buy a gun, probably not the right clientele. So maybe don't say that. Like, I'm gonna rewind this and probably just I might delete it. No, I'm not gonna.
Are you gonna censor me,
I'm not
Danny?
gonna censor you. No.
Are you gonna censor me now? No.
I'm not gonna censor you, but I do advocate for you to just, like, really take this message to
That's
heart.
censorship.
Watch this episode and please don't.
That's censorship.
If you skip to this portion of the podcast, I want you to go back and just actually listen to what we've said to this podcast. But no, I'm not censoring you. I'm gonna leave it in there. Go ahead. Tell everybody that you love that.
Buy a fucking gun and
Go
get a
ahead.
CCW before
There you
the
go.
California blocks.
God damn
There
it. Okay, yeah, buy a gun, everybody. It'll help you.
Gang, gang.
Whatever your problems are, a gun will solve it.
Gang, gang, baby.
God damn it. All right. So, how are y'all feeling? You guys vented? You guys free of your drug abuses now?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How about you, Omid?
I'm okay.
Isn't that just the crux? They're just okay.
Feel good.
I don't feel good. In fact,
I mean, I didn't get whatever bump or microdose of cocaine that Vlad had, but I'm fine.
So stupid.
I didn't have a couple drinks or anything to get that buzz so I can be social.
Get the shampoo.
Oh, I also apparently am dooming myself to more male pattern baldness. A lot of things going on. I will say, it's okay.
Let the good times roll.
Yeah.
All right, good. I'm glad we landed absolutely nowhere after this podcast. Fantastic.
No, I think we unboxed some good stuff.
All right, fine, fair enough. I hope people listening at home actually took something out of this and garnered some sort of growth. But yeah. So that'll do it for today's episode of Does This Offend You? That is Vlad. That is Omid. I have been Danny. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Tell us about all your crutches and mental issues like the ones we've had here in Expressionless Podcast. Or if you don't have any, well, fuck off. Don't comment then. And follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. We're on Spotify now. I've been saying it the last couple of podcasts. We're on Spotify now. Great. Good. Got it. Okay. Next week, we talk about how running a red light can help put $1,000 in your pocket every single month, tax-free. See you next week.